Who the fuck is Antonio? That's my boy.
All right, here we go. This is gonna be fun. This is 15 minutes of my bullshit. You guys ready? I just got back from rock climbing for the first time out in Moab. It was a little weird though, because the guy that was training me, Nick, kept having me steal like endangered bird eggs, which is weird because they tasted like shit. My full name is actually Hunter Antonio Iacobellis. I'm probably the most redneck Italian you'll ever meet besides my dad. He might as well have named me Hamburger Help Yourself to some Alfredo. A lot of people like to ask me, because of my Italian last name, if we have any connection to the mafia. And sometimes, you know, I try to sidestep the question, I don't really answer, but then I get around to it. I'm like, yeah, we have some connections. Not like I can order a hit on anybody, but more like I can get my uncle Giovanni to put together a poorly organized email scheme in very broken English. Run fun, hell yeah, this is great. I got called transphobic the other day. That kind of sucks, you know. I told him how the fuck could I be afraid of Transformers if they don't exist. And then I turned around to witness a man turn into a Ford F-150, and I nearly shit myself. It's kind of wild. Staying on the same topic, though, did you ever meet one of those guys back in high school? They were really good at making pocket pussies out of a latex glove, a couch cushion, and mayonnaise. I like to imagine those are the same guys that are sculpting vaginas for transition surgeries. Because that kind of ingenuity should not be wasted, if I'm being honest. Alright. Speaking of genitals, I don't have much of a political opinion on most things, but I think it's bullshit that us as men had our foreskins taken away at birth. It's kind of shitty, right? Don't you think it's shitty? Yeah. I didn't get to enjoy turtleneck. That sucks, dude. But fret not, I started coming up with a new medical product recently, where it's going to be able to regrow, reattach a man's foreskin. I know, isn't it amazing, right? Right? You're getting excited. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm going to call this product Before Skin. So you too can rock sweater weather with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? And if any of you would like to invest in this product after the show, I do take tips. That's enough of the genitals jokes. Psych, just kidding. It's all dick jokes. I fucking tricked you all. I met a guy with astrology hand tattoos the other day. You know, he had like a sun, a bunch of stars, all that spooky shit. I asked him if he could only masturbate if the moon was in retrograde. Speaking of spooky shit, it's that time of the season where spooky bitches start coming out. If I have to explain to you what a spooky bitch is, it would have to be, you know, they have the choker, the bangs, the shitty leg tattoos. You walk into a coffee shop and you have to do a double take because you think you might have just walked into a Hot Topic. No, but spooky bitches are my favorite. Most of the time they have daddy issues. And I already look like I'm 45 years old, so all I have to do is ask them to hold a flashlight steady, and I got them. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of dads, though, my dad's here tonight. Hell yeah. This is going to be fun. He's going to hate this part. Hell yeah. Anybody else have a dad? Who has a dad? Make some noise. I didn't hear much of a pop from the spooky bitches in the audience, so thank God I brought my flashlight tonight. Fuck yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. No, but you know, my dad likes to say really out of pocket shit and frames it like it's advice. Like one day I was really, really young and I go to my dad and I'm like, hey, I need some advice on talking to a girl. I really like this girl. And he's like, all right, well, all you got to do is make her laugh. I'm like, perfect. That's amazing. Okay, that's great advice. And he follows that up with, yeah, because if you make them laugh, it's like they're having multiple tiny orgasms and it makes them want to fuck you more. Yeah, see that face right there? It's the same exact expression I have. And I have followed that shit since I was 12 years old. Fuck yeah, dude. So I'm up here, right? Now, but my dad is a self-proclaimed handyman, like most dads are, right? My brother and I like to joke that he goes from redneck ingenuity. It's crazy. He can fix anything with almost nothing, and then just makes it work. It's fantastic. Or, completely opposite end of the spectrum, is just beating the absolute fuck out of it until it either works or breaks. Which is what happened to me. No, I'm kidding. He never physically beat me, just emotionally. Oh, but a good example is one time my window fell into my door, right? And I'm like, shit, I need to fix this. I go to my dad, I'm like, can you help me out? He's like, yeah, for sure. I pull it in the garage, we open it up, we take the screws out of the door, and the panel's not coming out, the inside panel. I'm like, what the hell? And my dad's like, give me a second. I'm like, all right, he's going to pull some redneck shit, right? It's going to be amazing. He comes over with a rubber mallet and proceeds to beat the fuck out of my door with a rubber mallet. Just like playing Angry Bop It with this shit. Just like, hit it, smash it, shake it, pull it. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude. And so finally, 5 minutes of this, and I realized there's still one more screw left in the door panel. And I'm like, hey, man, we should have taken care of that first. And he goes, yeah, it's fine. My dad's hilarious. He's probably one of the funniest people I know, honestly. He likes to screw with people a lot. One of the people that I thought was the funniest that he screwed around with was our late great-grandma Peggy, who had Alzheimer's. Now, if you don't find this shit funny, then you have a shitty sense of humor. Because this is amazing, all right? Okay, so every time we saw my grandma, he would tell her the same joke every single time. And the joke's a little outdated, so bear with me. He would go, hey, Grandma Peggy, why did the Jew play football? And she goes, why? And he's like, to get the quarterback. And every single time, she would lose her shit as if she had never heard it before. And by the 7th or 8th time, I thought to myself, oh my God, Dad's trying to fuck Grandma. Oh yeah, that's fun stuff. You guys still with me? This is fun, right? Yeah, we got a long set going. You better either strap in or strap on. Holy shit. All right. So another thing that my dad had growing up was that every child is born a genius. It just depends on how many times you hit their head to get them to where they are now. And that's been a really fun way to judge people growing up. Like the other day, I saw somebody push on a pull door, and I was like, you were dropped at least twice. And then 20 minutes later, I proceeded to do the same fucking thing. And I was like, all right, 3 times for me. I don't know. But I have narrowed down the top 3 people in the entire world who I believe have the most brain damage out of anybody. All right, you guys ready for this? This is going to be kind of a long one. If you're wondering where I am on this placement, it's number 4. I didn't make top 3. Number 1 definitely has to be people who they make announcements on social media that they're going to be leaving social media. Right? They're like, we don't care that your baby daddy gave you herpes and now you need to go on a spiritual journey. She was accidentally rolled down the stairs in the crack house. Sorry, that's inappropriate. Crack home. Okay. The second person in the world is the guys who try to start public conversations in a restroom. Okay? If you do that shit, knock it off. I will fucking fight you. Alright? I'm sitting there trying to take a shit and I hear on the bathroom stall, you see the game last night? I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? I'm like flabbergasted while taking a shit. It's intense. Okay? And I'm like, your dad dribbled your ass and did a fucking layup with you. How's that for your game? Don't talk to me about that shit. I'm concentrating. I would have to say the person with the most brain damage in the entire world are folks who talk to people in wheelchairs as if they are disabled both ways. Okay? A few years ago, I saw this woman go up to a guy in a wheelchair, and she goes, hi, I really like your shoes. They're neat. And I just saw this dude look at her with a grim expression and go, yeah, it was pretty neat when the IED exploded and paralyzed my lower body. And she goes, fantastic. And she walked her ass away real quick. I just went up and gave him a high five. I thought that was hilarious. Sorry, that got a little dark. Let's lighten the mood. You guys like ice cream? Ice cream's nice, right? Ice cream's fun. I recently found out that my favorite Middle Eastern ice cream flavor is Iraqi Road. It comes with 2 cherries on the top and 1 unaccounted for cherry on the side. I found out that a pint of the stuff is only 911 calories. That's kind of wild, right? People find it dumb that I'm counting calories for ice cream, but I've never been the sharpest spoon in the drawer. I used to ride the strawberry short bus to school, so I don't know what they expect from me, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of counting calories, nailed the fucking segue. Let's go. Hell yeah. In the past year or so, I've dropped about 100 pounds, which is... Thank you. Hold on. Fuck yeah. You know, one day I woke up and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, you fat piece of shit. And I started noticing that I was doing fat guy things. Now, if you guys don't know what fat guy things are, I'll give you some examples. I would break a sweat tying my shoe. Or I would be in a public movie theater with a bowl of popcorn and my belly hanging over, and I would be fat breathing. Just like... and sometimes you do it so loud, you snap out of it and you realize you're doing it. And then I heard the people behind me go, oh my God, is he gonna die? Because that would be way more entertaining than the shitty movie right now. Another thing is I would start wearing t-shirts to go swimming. Not just because I was fat, but because my tits were bigger than most of the women's at the pool and I didn't want to make them jealous. I did also have a lot of anger issues when I was really heavy, unfortunately. You could have called me Fat and the Furious. That was fucking stupid. But no, losing that much weight in such a short amount of time, it's almost like losing a limb, right? So every once in a while, whenever I look up, I get the phantom feeling of back tits. It's really fun. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, this is my last one. I'm going to wrap up here. You guys like porn? Anybody like porn? Yeah? You guys like porn? Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Hi, Dad. So the other day I was on Pornhub, and nestled in between my recommended videos of stepsister gets stuck in the car door of an Ford F-150 and anal gangbangs, I saw... Don't worry about it. I saw a Minecraft tutorial video on how to make aesthetically pleasing fences in Minecraft, and I was like, holy shit, my houses always look like ass, so I'm gonna watch this. 2 hours later, I find myself watching The Iron Giant. And I learned something about friendship that day, that maybe the porn we watch is the friends we made along the way. Shut the fuck up. Just kidding. Pornhub is disabled in Utah, and so am I. Fucking got you. No, but I thought of a new subscription service that Pornhub could start. Essentially, you get all of your favorite movies and TV shows and adult videos all in the same place. I think it would be amazing. I have a scenario in my head where you and your partner are laying down for the night and you're trying to figure out, where the mood is going to go. Are you guys going to, get a little frisky, or are you going to lay down and just watch a movie, right? Well, what you can do is hit shuffle on the recommended. And you can either get Star Wars or Star Whores. Let's fucking go. All right, that's what I said.
Antonio Iacobellis, everybody, give it up for him.